This is Unit 3, Week 3, Question 4, Part C, all about Andrew Jackson and his transformative impact on America as a nation. He already destroys the national bank, scatters the economy. He's already ordered states to follow suit with the federal power of Congress. Kind of contradictory. He wants power in the nation, center, but economic control to the poor people who are his supporters. He has a couple huge changes in American politics. He starts something called the spoils system, where he really ramps this up. What does it mean? Passing out government jobs to your supporters. So all of his lead supporters and other politicians and local citizens who are big supporters of him end up getting government jobs. Customs agents working here, there, another spot. He works to replace all of the previously hired government jobs and replace them with supporters of his own. He also starts something called the Democratic Party, still around today. Why? He did not like the existing infrastructure. The national politicians didn't like him. So he starts his party, and he gets all of his supporters to meet once before the election in this national convention. He starts this tradition of a convention. All of his supporters of Jackson come together in a giant meeting for several extended days to pick a candidate and get excited. Of course, who do the supporters of Jackson pick to be their candidate? Duh, Jackson. And Jackson then gives a speech to his supporters with his key goals and what he's going to support in the campaign. Jackson is starting this tradition of party platforms. He's the tradition that the party meets summer before the election, selects a candidate who gives a position statement on what are the beliefs and principles they're going to campaign on. We still have that around today. Both Republicans and Democrats and little tiny parties do this summer before the election. He also supported something new called universal suffrage. States across the country were canceling the property requirement to vote. Andrew Jackson supported this because if you eliminate the property requirement, universal suffrage then, everyone can vote. Well, all white men. But what this does is it doubles or triples the number of eligible voters in the country. And who do these new poor farmers, new poor folks without a lot of property, who do they support? Of course, the man of the people, military hero, Andrew Jackson. So he has a guaranteed built-in voter support of the poor as states begin to expand the franchise and allowing more people to participate. Finally, Andrew Jackson pushes the Cherokee Indians out of their home. The Cherokee Indians, very developed, sophisticated tribe, had farming, lived in one place, had a newspaper, a language. They sent diplomats to Washington, D.C. They really wanted to be part of the United States. The problem was they were sitting in Georgia and South Carolina on prime farmland. Funniest thing, the Indians picked the good farmland to set up their farms and communities. Well, now it looked awful appealing. So Jackson ordered them, the state of South Carolina ordered them out. Jackson came in to support that. The Supreme Court took the case. The Supreme Court said this is an unconstitutional land grab for power. Andrew Jackson basically said the Supreme Court and what army are going to stop me? He ignored the Supreme Court and reinforced the Indian Removal Act, and hundreds of thousands of Cherokees were forced to march to Oklahoma, 1,000 miles away, called the Trail of Tears because so many of them died along the way. And so Jackson violated the Constitution, didn't follow the Supreme Court, was a strong national leader, founded a new political party, wanted to expand participation to the masses, huge transformation of American politics to a broad popular appeal to the commoner. And that's it from some guy in an aloha print shirt.